Japan, Japan. No, guys, you were so close. But Brazil, they were in the dying embers, wanting it more, and they did exactly what happened yesterday. They come out of nowhere with a last minute goal. And oh, man, heartbreak for the Japanese guys, man. It was heartbreak. Japan just crumbled in the last minutes of the game. It was like 95th minute. Oh my days, it's like deja vu. It happened last night and now it's happened again. Japan won, Brazil 2. And oh my days, it was a great game. This game was better than the game yesterday, more exciting and much more attacking football. Man, we got a lot to go through. But before, guys, make sure you like and subscribe because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and I am taking you with me on the journey from the round of 32, all the games up to the finals of the World Cup. So join me, yeah, and enjoy the ride. So let's get back into it. Japan, they played a great first half and they were up 1-0. Oh man, Brazil were looking shaky. They were looking shaky. They were looking stunned, and it was looking peak. It was looking dark. The supporters weren't too convinced by that first half, and these lot had to go back to Don Carlo and be like, "Yo, boss, tell us what we need to do, man. What do we need to do to beat Japan? They look like they might beat us again." Yes, because they had a game earlier on in the year, or I think last year. Well, the last time they played each other, Tokyo, Japan, Japan beat them. And yo, it looked like it might happen again. They had Brazil's number in that first half, and boy, they were playing very, very good. They were focused, they were on a mission, and everything was going according to plan. But Don Carlos said, "Yo, not today." He either told them the greatest tactics that this guy can give them, or he gave them basically a kick up the butt and said, "Yo, you're Brazil. You got to go out there and show them who's the five-time champions." And that's what happened. They came out in that second half and they were on the front foot. They were having possession. They were attacking as much as they could. But the thing that blew my mind was Japan's tactics. Going up 1-0, I don't know if they felt content with that and thought, you know what, now we can shut up shop and just allow them to give us pressure, because they pulled back. They pulled back and went into their own half and allowed Brazil to give all that pressure, they pushed forward. And it was just about time for them to score an equalizer. Suzuki, the goalkeeper, shout out to him. Fantastic goalkeeper, but there was just so many defense last ditch touches to get the ball to go out instead of going into the goal. There was only so much he could do and so many saves he can, do, and so many get out of jail cards he could use, in this game. And in that last dying tip of his finger, he just couldn't get that Casemiro header out. It was too much power in it, and Casemiro got a lovely ball in from Gabriel. Of all people, Gabriel, yeah. It was a nice dink over the top, right perfectly for Casemiro to header, and he did a powerful header. Suzuki had no chance. He was doing so well, but that goal was just like, it was sublime. That was a proper striker's header from Casemiro and a wonderful goal to get them level. And from there was a bit more fight from Japan. They woke up and they said, "Oh, we're going to lose this if we just keep up like this." And then they kind of, for about 5-10 minutes, they started to push back and they were having some counter attacks. And because Brazil was so forward, they were getting caught on the break at times. But it didn't amount to much. Japan didn't have that, that final end product like they did in the first half. They didn't look as convincing going into the attacks. Maybe they started to lose steam. Maybe they weren't feeling, like maybe they were getting drained from the heat. I don't know. but something about them, they looked a little bit off compared to how they looked in that first half. And so they just didn't have that venom to maybe seal the deal with a second goal. And it looked like it was going to extra time. They were in a stalemate, and Japan looked like they were decently keeping Brazil at bay to hold off for extra time. Kind of like South Africa yesterday with Canada. And then all of a sudden, it was just not meant to be for Japan. And Brazil came and they were just pushing again. They were applying pressure, and eventually they scored. And that was a heartbreaker, because when you see it in slow-mo, you can see Suzuki was going and he touched it with his tip of his fingers to kind of almost edge it out like he did already. But that time he was lucky. This time he was unlucky. It was a 50-50 thing, and it hit off the post from Martinelli to go in, and it was scenes. The game was over by then, but the referee gave them a couple minutes to really try and do something. And honestly, Brazil were not giving them a sniff. They were not giving them a chance to do anything in that box. Anytime it got close to the box, they got it out. Shout out to the pressure. I liked Japan's pressure, and Brazil got to stop doing that, because they are going to get caught one of these days on the break, because like Alisson, he holds on to the ball for a while and he acts like he can't see the person who's running up at him and is going to try and take the ball off him. And he's just, I mean, shout out for the calmness, but there was so many times that the Japan guy was running at like 100, like right at him, and was just a split second off from getting the ball off him or rebounding it off his leg to go into the goal. Alisson, man, you can't let it get that close. It reminds me of Jorgensen when he was playing out at the back for Chelsea against Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, for about 60 minutes, it was looking like, oh, he got lucky there. He got lucky until he didn't. Yeah, and then he did something stupid and we all hated him for it. Alisson, you got to stop playing so slowly out of the back. Get rid of it or pass it to one of your defenders, man. Nah, he was too nonchalant with that. That is a very, very bad habit that he's got. I don't like goalkeepers playing from the back, because they're goalkeepers. They are not ball players. They save a goal. They defend, with their hands. Stop playing with your feet like that. Man. There was quite a few times Japan could have just shocked them with one of those pressure moments. But it didn't happen this time. Brazil, in my opinion, were kind of lucky that it didn't happen. But yeah, it wasn't lucky with those two goals. Those two goals were nice, well-worked goals. And Brazil, on the whole, when you look at the whole game, they deserved to win this and go to the round of 16. But, gotta say, well done to Japan. They played a very good game, especially in that first half. The second half, I thought the tactics were a bit weird. When the equalizer came, they kind of changed it a bit, and then it kind of opened up the game again. But I feel like they played well. They tried their best. And yeah, it's Brazil. You can't be upset losing to a team like Brazil. Brazil are they're a football nation, one of the greats, and 5-time. I'm gonna keep saying it, 5-time, man. They are the 5-time, and they have a great manager in Ancelotti, who's looking to try and get a 6. Comment in the comment section below what you thought of this game, guys. Do you think Brazil have what it takes to possibly get a 6? A 6 title with the Don, Carlo Ancelotti. And what did you think of Japan's what did you think of Japan's unfortunate loss? And what did you think of their game? Did you think it was good? Did you think they could have done better? Did you think the tactics were a bit bad in that second half, like I did? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm gonna do another I might do the reaction for Morocco tomorrow, because it's tomorrow in the day, because I'm gonna go to sleep after the match. But I'll probably do a reaction for the next game that's coming up in about an hour's time. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace. That's all I've got. That's all I've got. All my days, the FIFA World Cup is a nail biter. This is a good one. Everyone was not liking it at the beginning, but I feel like getting to the knockout stages, this is where it gets juicy. It doesn't matter what FIFA World Cup it is. It's just awesome and it gets fun and it gets exciting and a bit nerve-wracking because you know it's like the last one. Okay, that's it. I'll see you guys. Peace.